G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sort of just show you what I've been working on as per usual. These are Gripping Beast Breton Cavalry for the 11th century. Earlier part of the 11th century. They've still got the they came with round shields rather than kite-shaped ones, which I assume is right. I don't know. But anyway, all the they're quite as far as what they're wearing, they're fairly simple and uncluttered. So I've tried to sort of give a lot of extra, well, everything's had a lot of attention, but a bit more added detail in the shield designs, let's say, rather than just a simple, quartered or halved shield design. I've had a look at, as we often do, the references online from the Little Big Men Studio decal sheets and stuff, and some of them are copied quite closely, others of them just sort of inspired me and to make a design. So what I generally have tried to do is to the colours that are on the shield appear somewhere in this bunch of figures as well. I tried to, rather than introduce completely different other colours, so I've actually used ones that appear somewhere. It just sort of ties it together a bit better. So the yellow that I'm using on the shields is like the base or shadow layer for the yellow on a couple of the tunics and saddle blankets and stuff. And the red is actually Cavalry brown, which I use as a glaze under, like sort of around the cheek area and the lower lip on faces and stuff. So it ties it together. So yeah, and the green is there is only one shield with green in it, I think, and yeah, it's this base color dark olive shadow or something like that. Anyway, I have taken pictures. They'll be easier to see what's going on at the pictures at the end of the video. Yeah, the horse recipes, as I've mentioned before, I take a lot of inspiration from that. I'm looking down at my little bookcase here, the Painting Wargaming Figures book, which I've recommended before, is just having a lot of handy things in it. The Javier Gomez book, Painting Wargaming Figures, from Pen and Sword, has got a whole chapter on sorry, I've upset the dog now, I made a noise. A whole chapter on horse colors and painting horses, and uses Vallejo recipes. So I've just, not all the paints I use with Vallejo, but I've adapted it to give me some inspiration, and to sort of mix it up. There's a number of different horse colors in this lot. So yeah, all the shield designs are freehand. Took me a while to do. I find that as someone observed on one of my previous videos, the kite shield ones didn't look as good as the round ones. It's probably because I'm more used to painting round shields than I am the kite shape designs, because you've got to look at it a bit differently. And I've always struggled with painting straight lines. But there are some sort of straight liney bits on these, but ever since I was a young fella, and I remember being in a technical drawing class, as they used to call it back then. It's all sort of done with computers nowadays, but technical drawing, where you had to draw everything with straight lines and get it all correct, I was pretty rubbish at it, because I was more arty-farty, I was all right at sketching something out, but straight lines and me didn't get on too well. But anyway, so it just results in a lot of touching up. So I'm just bringing the swapping them around so you can see the rank of guys at the back, which they'll show up better in the photos, but it gives you an idea. And then we'll tap that back into focus, hopefully. Whoa, that's out of focus. Come on. No. Sorry about that. No, it's not behaving now. Anyway. So, yes, this took me a long time. This Triskelion, is that what it's called? Something like that. This Trinitarian sort of knotwork symbol. It took me ages. I saw it on one of the Little Big Men Studio shields, but I've actually done a different design, but I used that knotwork as the basis. So that was a lot of back and forwards, adjusting the lines, tweaking them, hand painting them in, and yeah, I think we got there eventually. Come on, focus. You rascal. Okay. So this is a fairly standard looking one, hand painted. This is directly based off one of the Little Big Men Studio designs. So I've just replicated it, and yeah, and then this is the only sort of green one on the end there. But yeah, so their actual clothing is fairly simple, as I said. Just plain coloured tunics and trousers. There we go. Yeah. So greens, bluey greys, reddy browns, yellows, and the schemes are repeated and switched around on different figures. So yeah, that you can see the horse colours there. There is one grey, steely grey, brown horses as well. But there they are, and you're probably about to pick up more from looking at the photos. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions, let me know. I can't give you too much advice about how to hand paint shields. It's just trial and error for me. Touch up and retouch up and tweak and adjust. I mean, I have a weathering process as well. You know, I paint the rims usually in flat earth, and then I do little flecks and dots and spots on the shield with that same colour to denote wear, and then I give it like a thin glazy wash of a Vallejo ink called, which I talked about before, this is the old Game Colour Smoky ink. I'm sure there's a up-to-date version of it in the new style bottles. Not as keen on the new style bottles. They tend to leak a bit more or a bit messy around the tops. But anyway. Yes. So if you've got any questions or anything, please let me know down in the comments. Here's the 8 Breton Cavalry. Not sure what I'll be doing next, but I've got things to be doing. And I'll look in the boxes here, and I was pondering doing some fantasy stuff that Albie had here, sent me a while back. And there's a troll in there as well, so that could be quite fun. I have to talk to him about whether he had any ideas of how he wants the troll to look. Okay, guys, enough of me waffling. Hope you enjoy the pictures. Please, if you've got any comments or questions, drop them down below, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. I always try and answer people's comments and questions. And as I always say, don't leave it too long to ask a question, because if you wait like a year or 6 months or something like that, I may well have forgotten what on earth I did to achieve a certain result. Yeah, possibly. All right, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.